Law. How's everybody doing? Happy Tuesday. It's stream time. It's meme time. How's it going, everybody? What a morning. Goodness gracious. Can y'all believe they actually finally had new footage of Kingdom Hearts 4 and they announced it at the Nintendo Direct? Out of all of the 4 big ones, the Nintendo Direct was the one that they were like, now you can Kingdom Hearts 4. Thanks. What? Shock. Was not expecting Kingdom Hearts 4 at all. Honestly, I figured they'd save it for TGS. But here we are. They revealed it. More stuff. They also didn't give us any semblance of a release date, which means it's probably 2027-ish. If we're lucky. It'll probably be at least another year before we get it. Like, they're gonna finish and release. Well, I mean, because part 3's coming out soon-ish. So, like, they'll finish that and release part 3, Final Fantasy 7 part 3, and then they'll, like, cinch out Kingdom Hearts 4. And then they'll move that on to, like, the next big focus project. And then, like, we'll see what's after that. I think that if we're getting another mainline Final Fantasy game, it's not going to be until after Kingdom Hearts, because I know that Team 3 is still finishing up the new 14 expansion. So, like, they're going to do that first before they move on to anything mainline Final Fantasy, which is, you know, a thing. So we'll go with that. We got Final Fantasy 14 on Switch 2 before GTA 6. I mean, that's just early access. That's not like the full launch. I think they said September was supposed to be the full launch, well before they had announced that GTA was getting pushed back to November. But yeah. Oh. But yeah, hey George, hey Cow. Hey Okami. I'm sure there's a Foosh around somewhere, being Foosh-like, hiding in his Foosh holes. So this stream chat thing is not working the way I wanted it to. I was kind of hoping, but it's not. So we're just going to turn the old chat back on, because that, at least we know that works. I can still read the new chat, but yeah. I'll have to figure out how to get this to work. Wiggles! Ho ho! Ho ho! Excellent. There's Fish doing the wiggles. Wiggling as only Fish can do. Fishing and foshing around like you do in a baseline. You and the captain make it happen. I guess. I don't know. I got nothing. Oh, jeez. We living out here, though. Yeah, donations that I don't have a way of being able to donate on the channel for, because that's never worked. That link is probably not valid. I'm almost positive that link doesn't work. Where does that even take you? I don't even know what account that's linked to. Please don't put money in that. Please don't put money in that. Do not. And I'm not saying this to, like, have you guys not give me money. I'm telling you right now, I don't know what, I do not know what account that is linked to, PayPal-wise. Like, I know it's linked to a PayPal. I just don't know what PayPal. Give me a second. Hold on. Let me make sure that that's like an okay link. I may have to update that. Payments? Is this even linked to anything? Yo, that is not linked to anything. I just want you guys to know this right now. It is not linked to anything. Yeah, no, that link is dead. I need to get that removed. Hold on. Let me fix that. Chat commands. Default command? How is that even working? Hold on. No, we're turning that off because that doesn't work. Hold on. What did you even type? Did you type donate? No, please don't. I'm being actually serious here. It's a dead link. It will take you to a page that won't send any money. It'll actually reject your ability to send anything. So please don't use it. We can turn that off. That's fine. That's fine. I don't even know where that came from. I know it says that it came from Stream Elements, but I'm looking at the Stream Elements chat commands. It's not an active command in any capacity. Gold ship. I wish. If Golshi's giving me a free Switch too, it's got to be legit, right? It's got to be legit. Anyway, yeah, no. So I can guarantee you that link is not going to send you anywhere. I do not have tipping set up at all. The fact that command even worked is shocking to me because I don't have a donate link. That shouldn't even be active. I don't even have it set up as a custom command. None of that is... Hold on. I'm... Like, here, I will show you. So here's all my custom ones. This one's off because this was the Chaos Zero Nightmare one. I have my clip and my shout out. And the default commands are account age, follow age, vanish, watch time, and then like set game, set title. That's it. Those are the only active chatbot commands. So that donate one shouldn't be a thing. It at all. Like at all. Let me look at one other thing here. Is who else is in this? I need to look at something. Hang on a second. This is wild, chat. Actually wild. No, I need to look at the users. Yeah, see, so it's Stream Elements and Nightbot. Those are the only two chatbots in chat right now. So like, nah, I got no idea where that came from. Now, don't say I'm not an Uma of my word. Brandishes two riding whips, switches, brother. I swear to God, Golshi would absolutely play me like that. Good lord. Good lord. So anyway, yeah, it's not a default command. It's not a custom command. I have no idea where that command came from. That is not a... If that it could go through, like, directly through Stream Elements, but I'll tell you right now, even if you set something like that through, it won't go anywhere. There is no truly linked account, like a PayPal account or anything like that would link to a payment provider. Like, it's a public tip link. Is that just like that's an embedded command? Okay, so that's a Stream Elements embedded command. That is not a command that I can set as an on or an off. It is technically valid, but the money doesn't go anywhere. It would get stuck. It would actually get stuck in their tipping settings until I actually connect a PayPal account to it, which I don't have connected to Stream Elements. In theory, I could, but like, maybe we'll think about it. We'll think about it. You know what I could do is I could just set it to my old Ancient Throne account and just be like, hey, if you guys want to actually do it, set it to Throne. Because then at least that way we'll know it goes somewhere that can actually get paid out. Because I know the Throne account has a linked account to it. Which, you know, that's fine. But I'm not going to fuck around with that right now. Anyway. That's pretty much how that works. That's pretty much how that works. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Let me get rid of that so I can actually see other stuff. All right. And then we can just minimize the shit out of that. And then minimize that because I don't need that up. And then we go from there. Yeah, the fact that they're remaking 06 is crazy. Because, like, if you remember, dude basically said that all of the source code for that specific game was lost to time forever. So he just said, fuck it, and then completely re-encoded the entire game. The entire game. New music, new game, new everything. Remastered. I'm like, that's crazy. And they're going to be able to release it on Switch too, which is sick. And Nintendo's a lot like Apple when it comes to things. You've got to go through a fairly rigorous testing process to make it even worthwhile trying to get it on that system. But then, like, at the same time, so, like, the development process for Switch is a pain in the ass, but the processing and posting on Switch is like the Android market. There's so much nonsense on there that they don't care who posts games. They just post games. It's like Steam. It's the Wild West over there. Imagine an 07 remake. Could you not? Could we not manifest 07, please? Please and thank you. God. More power to the people that actually want 07, but I'll that's probably a hard pass for me. 07 is the one that actually gave me hand cramps. I'm good. I'm good. Thanks though. I think it's just because 06 is so iconic. You want to meet Yuyuko again? Stop! Cease! Good lord. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't. No. I'm good. Ha. Ow. I was like literally every one of my knuckles. Thanks. I hate it here. Ah. I'm pretty sure we got just about every game announcement we could have wanted this week from like the big four. We finally got a Kingdom Hearts 4 reveal. We got the full announcement that Ocarina of Time is coming out this year. We got a new update for Duskbloods because they're doing the network test this summer. It's crazy. Like the Summer Games Fest was not terrible. They actually had a lot of really good games and a lot of good announcements this year. They were obviously spread across like all four of the directs, but you know, here we are. I finished looking at all of the Amazing Digital Circus chapters and I need to wait for 2 days for the finale in cinemas. That's fair. I never really got into Amazing Digital Circus. I've heard good things. It's just it never really caught my attention, I guess you could say. It was very strange. Same thing with like I hear really good things about that pilot for Game Overs. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't have the attention span for that shit anymore. I just don't have the attention span for it. I have a hard enough time trying to keep up with like the 2 or 3 things I'm already currently keeping up with. You know, it's kind of crazy. I catch myself going back and watching older shit that I would much rather rewatch than trying to watch anything new. Maybe that's just because I'm a little too old and a little too jaded in my what I like in this day and age. It's kind of the same thing as just like I played Undertale. I liked Undertale. I played the first chapter of Deltarune. It was decent, but like I never really kept up with Deltarune. And I'm like, more power to the people that actually like Deltarune, who want to play Deltarune. I'm glad y'all are getting chapter 5. It's just not for me. Which is funny because I enjoy Shumps, which is like weird for me to say, but here we are. It is what it is. I don't know, man. I feel like there's some I don't know. Some things are cool. Some things just aren't for me. It's just how it kind of goes these days. Like I said, more power to the folks who are actually like excited for it and who are going to play it, cuz like cool, good for them. I'm glad you guys are finally getting your final chapter and stuff, but like, you know, like I said, it's just not a me thing anymore. Well, thank you. But yeah, we'll maybe I'll oh, Jesus, I haven't even logged. When's the last time? You know what? I bet I can't even log into it. I may have to make an entirely new account. Do I even still have the ability to log into Throne? I bet not. I actually wait. I think I have it linked to. Oh God, get over here! No, 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 no! You don't get over. Get over here. Randomly popping up on my primary screen. Nah, you don't need to see that. Not that you can, but still. Oh shit! It is still actually here. Why would you ever suggest any of that, Throne? You're crazy. All right, so we definitely don't want that anymore. And I'm not super worried about that anymore. The switcher would be nice. Neither of these are even available anymore, so we can get rid of both of those. And we'll just type in switch to search. Is it even possible to just get a switch to? Is that a thing? Can you even throne a switch to, or is it just a do your own personal thing and it'd be fine? Let's just look. I'm not saying yes. I'm fully aware. Switch to choose your game bundle. No, here. I'm not super worried about like literally any of these extra bits. And I already have a controller for it, so like that's not going to be a problem. I'm pretty sure the SD card I already have would be compatible. As far as I'm aware, it's the same SD card. Yeah, it's the micro SD Express, which is one I already have. So I will just grab this. I will grab a link. I will add it here. I will add it to here. To I don't even know what it would be after shipping. Well, I guess technically if you do it with Prime, it's free. That's fine. We'll leave it alone. Add to wish list. Sure. All right. Isn't there a way to make it so that, like, maybe not. I thought there was a way to, like, make it so that you could, like, you don't have to just pay. I don't know, man. I don't use Throne much. It's fine. Copy. Go here to whatever. If you use Throne, it's throne.com/sell it on CH. If you want to get me switched, cool. If not, no worries. But I don't know if there's a way to, like, push money into it so that you could, like, do small amounts. I got nothing. I don't know these things. But yeah, that's the link. I'll just post it here, I suppose. It's what? Ta-da. There you go. If you feel so inclined to assist in payments towards getting a Switch 2 for the stream, that would be great. Way too many games. Originally, I'm like, Switch, fine. Too many games that they announced over the last, I don't know, couple of days that I'm just like, shit. Obviously, Wind and Waves is a game that I'll have to get a Switch 2 for. The new Fire Emblem is a must. Couple of other games that I'm just like, yeah, probably need to get a Switch 2 now. So it's the Fire Emblem machine. Part of the reason why I got my original Switch was because of Fire Emblem Three Houses. Once again, it's the reason why I would want to get a Switch 2. It's because of the new Fire Emblem. Oh, man. I live here now. It is what it is. Get ready to cry in Tactical Gamer once again, you know, as you do. You know, I logged in for the first time in a really long time, and I'm looking at some of the things that they're like, here's popular gifts, like a Winnipeg Jets blanket tote, and I'm like, probably not, because I'm not a Winnipeg fan. An Elgato Stream Deck, a Beacon USB-C broadcaster mic, and a Creator XLR connector, and some headphones, and then a whole heap of just section for gamer subs, and then there's a for you section. And I can't show any of these on stream. Holy crap. Oh, my God. Anyway, moving on. We'll step away from the throne list for now. Yeah. Crazy. Anyway, wild. No thanks. I'm good though. Let's not. Jeez. I think it's really funny to me. Microsoft releases their Direct on 6/7 day because they're hip with the newest trends, but Nintendo, being the purveyor of classics, releases their Direct on 69. Yeah. Fantastic. I'm sure that's fine. That was totally normal and expected, right? We figured that we'd get that on those days, right? That's how we kind of knew this was gonna happen that way.
Chaos Zero Nightmare.
It's always so goddamn loud. I haven't logged in like in a week. I'm so bad. I mean, I've been playing on my phone on my alt account, but I haven't touched. As you can tell, I have not logged in on PC in a few days, which is my own fault, but it's fine. Red dots. All the red dots. I have mail. What do I have mail for? Oh, shit. Yeah, we got paid, baby. Three abyssal cores and 5 delegation modules. Wait, which one is this one? Currency that applies a divine epiphany to selected card. Oh, shit. All right, cool. I got paid, y'all. We got money. That is well and truly more than enough to get Tenebria next week. That'll be good. Very good then. Oh, I'm sure I've missed a good chunk of stuff that I probably shouldn't have. Yeah, I gotta get my Omega. Okay, we'll play Monopoly, I guess. God damn. All right, cool. And then I get the treasure trove. Wow. I was not expecting a fucking max 20 roll on that. Sure, we take those. Oh, and then I gotta do baby fights? Sure. Baby hand slapping. Anyway, good night, nerd. Hiya! Wow, they didn't actually kill him. That's crazy. He had more health than I actually anticipated. Oh, and then I pull up 3 copies of Fighting Spirit. Yeah, he was dead no matter what. The stupid 9 deck. Hey, yo. Moving to the mayor's residence? Hey, yo. What are today's rolls? I have never seen that happen before. That was wild. I mean, we take those, but damn. I got a whole bunch of orbs out of that too. We got like 3 of the core of archetypes from that. Adds 1 unacquired or remove unique card. Yeah, sure. Seems good. I need to go beat up a bunch of monsters to get the rest of those. Yeah, that was crazy rolls. What the crap? All right. So, are we doing 7s? What do we have? Rage Plague Elite Tyrant? Ugh. Do I care about that? I mean, I guess. 45% rare fate. This is actually a really good... This could be a really good run. Well, let's see what we finagle here. So we're doing Adelheid. Adelheid's kind of our focus today. Where's her potential at? Her defense is greater than 300. Void attribute damage amount for every 10 defense exceeding that, it gains an additional 2%. And we're currently sitting at 311. Wait. Okay, I was about to say, how am I able to do one but not the other? It's because it's like 12 more, that's why. Punch it. Tyrant 4 is rough. Yeah, it could be. My bottle just splashed me. Orb.
急げ、もっと早く。これは痛むぞ。天井の治癒を。私さ、癒してあげるね。さあ、癒してあげるね。準備はもっと正確に。これは痛むぞ。風だな。大したこと。
Orlea 9 is dumb.
じゃあ一眠りしよう。
I love Orlea 9.
私の助けが必要なの。神の名で命じる。
Free Hugh?
これは痛むぞ。
Sure, we take that.
決断を滅せよ。切らねば深い暗闇へ。私さあ、癒してあげるね。神の名で命じる。お困りのようですし、喜んで力をお貸ししますわ。準備はよし。実力を見せ。さあ。
Yeah, not having a softie here is always... No, we have a softie. There he is. He was just chilling in the background. I understand. Well, that's fine, I guess. Murder.
大したことなかったね。来てくれた。一眠りしようかな。館長は安全な人。
Alright, cool. Shield gain... Plus... Words are so... I'm so out of it. Plus 5% shield gain amount to Adelheid's fairy protection. If Adelheid's defense is greater than 250, add an additional 5% to the modifier. So it's at a... It's at... We're well over 300 baseline. So this would give us an additional 10% shield on Fairy's protection, which is her basic shield card. Like, I don't even think we keep her basic shield card, do we? I'm pretty sure we don't. What are people recommending? 2 copies Once Upon a Time, 3 copies Protect Us, 1 copy Truth, 1 copy Garden. You can use Starlight and Dreams if you focus on counterattacks and extra attacks, or Glorious Rain if you build her with 3 or more exhaust skill cards to provide a damage buff to the party. Her favorite chaos is City of Mist, and it gives her best equipment such as Crimson Sword to inflict agony, activating Cursed Corpse. Fuck you. I don't understand why everybody's like, Cursed Corpse, Cursed Corpse. I'm like, nah, fam. Why would you ever... Hold on. What are they building this for? Also, it's really funny to me because, like, they're talking about, hey, use Curse Corpse if you want her to be cool, but then, like, they recommend Healer's Tetra's Blackwing. Bro, this shit is so all over the place. I just want to know what cards, man. Adelheid's performance will significantly improve if her Protect Us has the gain 1 AP Divine Epiphany. Getting that as a basic is so random and difficult. Like, ew. Okay, hold on. George, I need you to look at this. What in the actual fuck are they smoking when they say that her main DPS choices are fucking Maribel? What? Are you telling me that the idea is that you should be using Starlight and Dreams, focus on counterattack, extra attack, and just have counterattackers as your main DPS? Huh? I'm so confused. And they're also like Caliphate, Magna, Mika, Amir, because they all have the ability to be main or sub DPS. Yeah, that's really weird. Okay, so like, I want to see what they're saying about this. So they're saying that Adelheid's best team is Maribel Darja. Adelheid's goal is to provide card draw and shield retain for the party, while Narja gives shield, AP reduction, and healing, and Maribel readies her shelter strikes to deal massive fixed damage to enemies based on your current shield. So the whole idea is build up as much retained shield per turn and then have her use Shelter Strike to do fixed damage. Wow. I don't know that that's... Because fixed damage is purely based on the amount of shield that you actually have. So if I've got 300 shield, she's doing 300 damage. Okay. But how steady is that? Like, what's... And if that's really the case, then how is... Deal AoE damage while fighting shield for the party as long as you have enough AP. Can replace Maribel or Narja as main or sub DPS. She can deal counterattack damage while giving shield through crystallization. She can also inflict vulnerable, but it will not affect Maribel's shelter strikes. Can replace Narja as support if you need more AP and healing in exchange for less shield gain. And can replace Maribel or Narja as main or sub DPS. She can deal damage when Adelheid or Maribel gain any shield through metallization, but her shield gain is low. It's all about building shield for Shelter Strike. Adelheid can help retain shield, so I guess that could be good. It feels kind of janky. I mean, as much as I speak about loving jank, trust, but once again, it wholly relies on you getting a Sphere of Randomness, which is a Synectis item, which again, I am not gonna be doing. I don't do Synectis runs. I don't do runs with Synectis active. I don't do nightmare runs. All right, hold on. So that's really interesting and all. I get it. I haven't tested it, so I'm not sure. It's the first time seeing it as well. Like, I'm not specifically sure that it's anything that I'm super used to seeing. So it's like, it is what it is. But like, they're also saying City of Mist, which is kind of wild to me. Which again, I don't fully believe is the right call either. She's void, so like, I guess. Let me look at something in Chaos's. Like, what are our City of Mist is the other void option. Like, she's not going to get really anything good out of Lab Zero, right? Like, Lab Zero doesn't have anything we give a shit about either. I hate that I can only find it if I have one actually saved in Zero System. Let me look at my... Yeah, Lab Zero... When you draw fixed damage... Forbidden... When drawing through an ability, fixed shield. Draw through an ability, shield gain. At the end of the turn, if 3 or more cards in your hand, fixed shield. Evade. When a card is exhausted, those okay, these are the generics. I mean, you can get regenerative ribcage here, which is kind of cool, but that's also a generic that I can get anywhere. When an ally uses a forbidden, yeah, we don't care about that. When drawing or a status ailment or curse card, damage amount for a turn. When drawing through an ability, increase damage by 20% for a turn. When there are 4 more cards in hand, increase damage. Obviously, superconductive protein could be really good because it reduces the cost of things, and I feel like this is just a generically good item all around. But if, like, we're focusing on trying to get persona cards, then, like, Lab Zero is kind of out of the question. At the start of battle, 1 damage reduction, draw 1. When hit, decrease damage. Obviously, there's Emblem of an Exceptional Entity. Source of the Forbidden is always, it's just kind of generically fun. Yeah, I don't think Lab Zero is the way to go. Like, Chimera Knight is okay. But, like, no, I don't do net runs. I just don't do them. I don't want to. I generally already have some problems trying to get through just regular 10, like div 10 stuff on its own. I'm not really sure that I want to worry about trying to do like div 8 tier like 13 anything that gets bumped up to a 14 because I have to worry about a Senectus. I've never once actually beat him, so I kind of just gave up. I'm like, I don't care about running Senectus. It's not important enough. Because, you know, I also, it's a lot of it has to do with the fact that I don't do Great Rift. I don't do these boss runs. These boss fights, like Nebula Distortion and Great Rift, I don't do these. I generally just don't care. I'm not here for this content. I'm here for the actual deck building. I'm here for the sortie. I'm here for literally everything else in this game. I don't do these boss runs much. So, like, I'm not looking for like the best possible runs because that's not really what I'm playing the game for. You know what I mean? I'm like the casual observer of CCN, honestly. So for me, this is like meh. I'm okay. I just choose not to, generally. So like, whatever. So like, I guess in general, so they're saying that she wants to do City of Mist. So what's in City of Mist that's actually worthwhile picking up for her? When a card is exhausted, 1 tenacity damage. When a card is exhausted, plus 25% damage, recover 5% max HP once per battle. Max HP 6%, defense 12%. Contaminated Helmet could be good. It's like just a generically good blue armor. Increase damage amount of the second attack card onward each turn by 20%. MMS Datapad SE at the start of Nihilum, 3 vulnerable. For 1 turn, if a harmful effect is inflicted at the end of the turn, 80% fixed shield. When a card is exhausted, increases damage amount of the next used card by 25%. Card is exhausted, 40% fixed damage on a random enemy. On Ravage, Ribcage. At the start of the next turn after taking damage, 80% fixed shield. Increase damage of basic attack cards by 40%. When vulnerable is applied, also weaken 1. If you have shield at the start of the turn, 80% fixed shield. This could be really good for her. This could be a really good accessory. If you have shield at the start of the turn, which you're going to because of her ability to retain shield, you just gain an additional 80% fixed shield. Like, torch that shouldn't be extinguished should actually be really good for her. When an enemy is defeated, do damage. When drawing a status similar curse. On crit, 10% fixed shield. When taking damage, 1 mark. 40% heal at the end of the turn. When an attack card is used, 20% fixed shield, 10 times a turn. Revelations of Futility could also be a really good pickup. 40% damage amount at the end of the turn. 30% chance to exhaust 1 card in hand. When a card is exhausted, increase damage amount of the next card used by 34%, stacks once. Foggy Crystal Ball. Fragment of the Empty Void's a good armor because it lets you, like, redraw. It's like a mulligan. It's like a mulligan item. Yeah, like, I feel like Revelations of Futility or Torch could both be really good accessories for her, actually. So maybe City of Mist isn't terrible. The problem is like, I don't know that there's good weapons or... What do you get at 30? Psionic Combat Suit. When a card is exhausted, 30% fixed shield 5 times a turn. I mean, I think that those are like the only 2 items that are actually like worthwhile for her here, and they're both accessories. So we go what? We go ribcage armor. Yeah, ribcage for armor for the extra health. Torch that should not be extinguished for her accessory because she's gonna want to retain. Unless we get really lucky and we actually get a Revelations, then we swap to Revelations. I can't talk today. I've been up way too long. The question is what would the weapon be? Do we even have a weapon that would make sense for her? There's so many accessories in this. Dream of the Devoured. When your card is exhausted, increases damage amount of the next card used by 25%. Unexploded Plasma Bomber. When a card is exhausted, 40% fixed damage on a random enemy. On Ravage, do 150% fixed damage to the target. I mean, I guess Nature's Hostility is a thing. I don't think there's a good weapon in here for her, though, honestly. I'm drawing a status ailment or curse card, which none of her cards are. So yeah, I guess the only, like, the generic weapon we get for her would just be Nature's Hostility. I don't know that I like it, but unless there's like a generic weapon that comes up, or like a separate thing would be thing, yeah. I've just been going through the new planet TBH for her decks. I'm sure there's some items in other planets that might be better, but I'm not worried about it. Yeah, I feel like there's a couple that could be fairly decent for her from City of Mist, but I don't know about that. I think that's why I was looking at Lab Zero too, because she's Void, but like at the same time, she's really not going to be the one doing the damage. But if I look here, if we look at what's like available here, there's a couple of really good things that could be like good pickups for her. Like a Lonesome Wedding Ring is really good if you're gonna run a Hyde-Marie at any consistent point. Like having her with Hyde-Marie makes sense with this because at the start of the turn you just discard a random quietest card that you have in hand, and if you're playing Dream World, boop, good to go. At the end of the turn, if an ally persona card is in hand, yeah, don't care about that. Each time a card is created, 20% damage amount for a turn, 2 times a turn, eh. 1 attack, 2 resonance, eh. Each time 3 cards are discarded through an ally ability, randomly inflict either vulnerable or mark on a random enemy 5 times a turn. 40% damage amount to attack cards when the target count of the attack card is 2 or more, minus 10% damage amount for each target. When a single attack card is used, increase action count of the target enemy by 2 once per turn. Hairpin's kind of funny. Each time a quietest card is discarded through an ability, 80% fixed shield twice per turn. At the start of the turn, an ally persona card is in hand, decreased out stress. That could be good as an armor. But it's only if there's a persona card in hand, so it's like, eh. Targets in a shot. Some of these are super specific to the abilities that are on persona cards, which I'm really not a fan of. When a card is discarded through an ability, 1 resonance to all enemies 3 times per turn. That could be good. Was that an accessory? When an ally linked card is used, increase action count of all enemies by 2 once per turn. We've got Esophagus, which is Agony State. Extra damage. To start a turn, heal 60% for each status ailment or curse card in hand. Again, not a thing that's really common. At the start of the turn, increase action count of all enemies by 3. When using attack cards, 1% HP reduction, 60% fixed shield. Is Chains really going to make a comeback specifically for Adelheid? Is that a thing? When using duplicated cards, all enemy action counts don't decrease by 1 turns per battle. When dealing damage to a target with shield, 100% damage to the next attack card. Eagle or below 3.2 eagle points on crit. When an upgrade card is used, 30% damage amount for a turn. Ring of Seraphim could be a good armor also. Compare 2 on Ravage. When an upgrade is used, 1 damage reduction. The old golden rule, 20% damage amount, 20 shield gain. Golden rule is probably the accessory we want. We're not really worried about the damage amount, but the shield gain is kind of nice. I plucked from a mural at the start of the turn, decreased damage to this unit by 20% for each persona. Yuck. And then, of course, we've got Dice of Discord. These are both kind of poopy. What, Golden Rule is really easy to find? So I hear. Like, I feel like this could actually be really good to get as her accessory. The problem is I'm not... So I think we go, what? Golden Rule, Ring of Seraphim to gain the buff. Or we can go Chains. Oh, you mean Chains. Yeah, Chains is still a really good item. Thanks, Season 1. I think Key of Sleep is also really good. It just gives a flat 40% damage amount to all attack cards. So that's, like, not terrible. All right. I mean, I could see it being a thing. I think we're going to re-roll this. I'm not keen on... I just don't like that high of a Tyrant. Rage Hardened Neglect. Ugh, Neglect is awful. I don't want that either. No, no Neglect. Stop. Go away. Ew. Ew. Can I get at least one good tier 13 plus? 45% tier 2, tier 12. Lost 2, Gangrene 3, Hardened 2. Okay, this is doable. So we're gonna grab Adelheid. So let's take a look at what we've got so far with her. So she starts off with Gather Around and 2 Fairies Protection. So we've got 1 defense-based damage, 2 shields. Once upon a time, exhaust 2, apply Blessing to 2 random cards in draw pile, then draw 1 of those cards. Protect us. For the next 2 Blessing cards activated, draw a Blessing card. It itself also has Blessing. Friends from Terry Tales makes either a Doggy or a Teddy card. Doggy is a damage card that can also be boosted, and Teddy is a shield and damage reduction card. Truth Behind a Story is a haste that does defense-based damage and then adds additional damage taken by the target for 1 turn. So it boosts the amount of damage output from the rest of your party once this card's been used. And then Garden of Secrets is a shield that also gives us the ability to retain 25% of all shields gained for the rest of the combat. We have and are using Clara. Her partner increases her defense. When a card with Blessing is applied... When a card with Blessing applied by the assigned combatant is used, it heals by 40% 5 times per turn. When the assigned combatant's Blessing cards are used, all allies gain 1 stack of Prism. Prism says increase damage amount of attack cards and shield gain of skill cards by 5%, stacks 4 times. And her active skill is a 3-cost ego skill for 200% shield, and then selects and draws 2 Blessing cards from the draw pile. I need to get her to 60. Her standard potentials are adding Blessing to Gather Around and Fairies Protection. Gather Around and Fairies Protection are her basic attacks. She gains health and defense in her proficiencies, and her basic gives her 10% Fairies Protection boost for shield gain. And then additional void attribute damage for every 10 higher than 300. It's an additional 2. So I'm at like 7% right now because I've got her at 311 defense. I'm currently 4-2ing with Line of Justice and Tetris Authority, so it's 20% critical chance of cards that cost 2 or more and 12% defense. Partly because I've been using her with Yuki and 9 kind of on and off. But I think that a lot of people have been kind of suggesting having her go 2-2-2, which would be 2 parts Healer's Journey, 2 parts Tetra, 2 parts Blackwing, which is just straight attack percent. So I feel like either one of these is valid. It kind of just depends on who you're teaming her up with, that you kind of swap back and forth between the two. I've liked her with the 4-2 just because I feel like it does pretty decent, just kind of in general. The problem is none of her cards are 2 costs, so I'd have to make sure that if she is going to be using the 4-2, that she's partnered with other agents that actually have the ability to utilize that. That being said, I'm still not entirely sure. I think Narja is still the right call for her partner for like healing and support. I'm just not entirely sure how I want to deal with her sub DPS. Like, she's not even primary DPS. She herself is going to be sub DPS. And even then, she's more support than she is actual damage for me in this run. I don't know. Do we try Maribel? Do we want to try the Maribel build? I need, if I do, I'd need to get her to 60 because she's still 50. I don't have anything on here. So what are they saying? They're saying Shelter Strike, her purple. Fixed damage equal to 150% of shield owned. Interesting. Oh, also I finally have all 5 of her cards active. Hooray. We have all of her cards animated now. Good. Is it really worth trying to just get... What is... Hold on then. So what is Maribel's deck even gonna look like if we're trying to focus on literally any of that? What are they saying? Resolute Blitz, oh, I see, and just multiple copies of Shelter Strike and just get rid of fucking everything? So 3 copies of this, 1 copy of this, and 1 copy of this. And that's it. That's what they're saying. So she is, they are pure building her into DPS. Wow, interesting. Okay. I mean, sure. I'll give it a shot. Do I don't even think I have an Aishalin for her. In fact, yeah, that's not even... the best I can do is a Wilhelmina. Increases the assigned combatant's defense by 21%, 18% defense-based damage amount to the assigned combatant's attack cards against targets in a vulnerable state. The problem is I don't think I have anything that's going to give vulnerable. Do I? There, she's fully egoed. I have a lot of copies of Wilhelmina, sorry. Do I sure. Defense-based damage, 20% damage-based shield, 1 counterattack, 120% shield, 1 counterattack, 1 weaken to all enemies. What are the epiphanies on this then? Well, actually, I should look at those. So they're saying at the end of the turn, 1 counterattack, 210% defense-based damage to random enemies. on the Resolute Blitz. On OIC, they're saying at the start of the turn, 25% fixed shield equal to the number of the owned amount of counterattack. So they're saying this one. But she is specifically only activating Vulnerable. Vulnerable is its own debuff, right? I think so. Enjoy dinner. Maribel's fixed damage can only be boosted with elemental damage and crit damage, hence why we are boosting her crit chance, crit damage, and passion damage. You want to try to get Dagger the Trick, the Shadow, Fairy King Crown, and Verdant Shackles? So they're saying go Swamp? Weird. What can I get here for her? So we're saying Resolute Blitz at the end of the turn. Let me look at this. When damage is inflicted, add a counterattack. Base damage to counterattack. At the end of the turn, 1 counterattack. 210% defense-based damage to random enemies. This is also not a unique. Interesting. Okay, I mean, I can see it. It certainly seems like it could be an interesting build. I'll give it a shot. Can I get her to 60 though? Probably not. We should probably at least try to get her there. Let's see what we can manage here. Oh, I don't even have any materials because I used it all on Adelheid. Yeah, bet. Neat. That's very upsetting. I should have just done this. How did that man not die? What the fuck? Brother. Get out of here. What's that gonna even get me? Like 54 if I'm lucky? That's crazy. That's crazy. I was hoping I could get her to at least 55, but that's not happening. So womp 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 womp. Whose fragments would I even take? I guess Orlea's. 35% crit of 1-cost cards, 25% crit damage. You telling me to use Conquerors? Bruh. Oh yeah, no.
だって出しましょうか
Yeah, she's yeah. Not really wearing much. Welcome to literally every character in this game. A lot of these girls are not entirely tactically sound, I suppose you could say. I mean,
訓練ですか尽力してまいりますあ、私に近づかない方がいいよ良くない運がうつ私と遊びたいんだいいよお力添えいただきありがとうございます
happens a lot.
重機の手入
I
れ
think that's why I love Selena so much, because she's so floofy. I love her giant jacket. Giant Sniper Banui jacket.
だって出しまし
But
ょ
yeah,
うか
Maribel's a little, yeah. Banan. Alright, let me... The scary part, those are off-the-rack shorts. Yeah, they really are. They really, really are. She's passion, though. And we're not exhausting anything, right? She's not exhausting. When passion or void attribute attack cards of this unit are discarded, 15% critical chance for a turn. Yeah, no, that really doesn't work for her. That is very specifically a Haida Marie set. So we just grab... Oh god, these are all... Oh god, these all are awful for her. I guess we'll just grab... Okay, so we'll grab the stuff that's on Orlea. Ew. That one's not really all that good either. Ugh. All three of those are awful. Once again, we grab from Orlea. 2Ps, 2Ps. We'll grab that one. Or... Ooh, yeah, that's a clean pickup right there. The final two pieces are gonna be black. Oh, I have Blackwing? I do have Blackwing, but it's instinct damage. Ew. I mean, attack percent defense? Ugh. Gross. Health defense? That's actually not terrible. It's not good, but it's not the worst. Malin's got health, attack, crit, defense, attack. That's defense, attack, health, defense. Attack percent. Ugh, it's not really good either. I just don't have any... Yeah, I guess we'll just grab... I mean, this also adds crit, which is another thing we're kind of aiming for. Plus that has health percent, so like... Yeah, it's fine. Because that'll give us 222. Okay, that should be fine. Sniper Banoi is my jam. You're right? I love Selena. She's like one of my... She's probably my second favorite character. She was my first until Yuki released, and then her and Yuki kind of take turns. We love Sniper Banui, and we love Yuki because Gyaru Ayujitsu. Yes, I'm fully aware that she is a problem, but she's my problem, and I'll take that. Thank you very much. Oh, goodness. Sorry, hands are being a little grumpy. The fucking ridiculous amount of humidity today makes my bones hurt. Humidity is literally the bone hurting juice. So yeah, I honestly don't know who are, I guess we'll do the hider. I guess we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. I don't see why we couldn't. So we're doing Lost Gangry Harden. And we'll swap in Maribel and we'll see if we can make it work. If we do Distortion, it makes it so that I'm not as pressed for levels because it puts her to 58. It should be fine, right? We kind of know what we're building here. Narja is Narja. I'm not stressed on Narja. And pretty much anything Narja does is going to be fine. Just boost for extra health and extra shield and we'll be fine with Narja. Narja just generically works, which is why I love her so much. Remove a card. Oh, shit. Yeah, we take those. Just start with free removal. I bet. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay. Whenever you create a card, except status or curse cards, 25% chance to create an additional card. Upon winning a battle arena, blah, blah, blah. Decrease the number of break recovery cards required by all combatants by 2. Tranquility could be really fun. Actually, I think now that I've gotten it, I think that's the first time I've actually seen it show up. So instead of having to do 5 cards, I only have to do 3 to break the first time to like recover. So creation. Do I have anyone that does creation outside of like Adelheid's create a doggy or create a teddy? I don't think so. Narsha doesn't create. Maribel doesn't create. Yeah, I think we'll do Tranquility. I don't really have anybody that benefits from inspiration, so. Reduced cost on break, or reduced amount of turns on break is kind of insane. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One. So this is always going to be 1 no matter what. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yo. Hold on. That's actually worth it. I like Magna over Maribel. Yeah, I can see why. Like they both have interesting like components to how they would work. I'm just trying out the Maribel just because my Magna is not leveled at all, and Maribel was the only one that was actually close to being able to get to 60s. So I'm just like, we'll give Maribel a shot. If I get a chance to actually level Magna up once Tenebria is out, then I'll probably try it again. But for right now, we're just kind of chilling with Maribel because she's the one that's actually closer. I just don't have a ton of... It's not a matter of ton of use. It's just a matter of I just don't have Magna leveled yet. That's why. But I can see a use case for Magna being over Maribel for the counter. I just think that the idea with Maribel is that we're going for the fixed damage based on having shield retain. Just pop tears. Bruh. I don't have any. I just actually used my last couple. I'm broke right now. At least on this account, I'm broke. So yeah, let's go mid. Well, no, because this guy's passion. This guy isn't. Let's go, because we go down, then we can go up. And then we go grab a persona, go forward, go down, and then we can get into our... Okay, yeah, so that's what we'll do. So we'll start here. Meatball! It's our good friend Meatball.
悪い狼。
戦う準備はできて、私に力を貸して。
Wow. That's crazy. I just count question marks. Yeah, same. Magna's AoE is much nicer. Yeah, just free 2 removals right out of the gate. Yeah, okay. Seems good to me. We just straight up have none of her basics on, like, turn 3. That's... You love to see it. You love to see it. Okay, sir. Oh, we got OIC already. Murder. And we got mealtime like way early. Draw 1 when an attack card is drawn, 2 morale for 1 turn. Good luck. Draw 1 random quietest card from draw pile. Yikes. Three shockwave is kind of nasty. We'll see. We're okay, so we'll just go forward. Shockwave on Narj is actually really good. It's very underrated. I think a lot of people think that it's bad, but I think it's actually really strong for her because she just gets to free attack every time you attack after she utilizes the persona. Ew. Someone's letter at the end of the turn. Yeah, we don't really care about that. Give me the cash. Yeah, it looks like the base persona that pretty much everyone is suggesting is draw 1 when an attack card is drawn, 2 morale for 1 turn. Like, morale is kind of like her big deal, which I get. That makes a lot of sense to me. We'll go down because there's more personas there. Hello, sir. Also, it really doesn't matter because you only have 1 HP. Goodbye. Ugh. Cease. I could go without a persona if I have to. It's not that hard. Apply haste, 15% damage to attack cards for 1 turn for each Lux engraving. Yeah, sure, whatever. I am super not pressed on whatever I get for Narj's persona stuff. It's all just gonna get deleted anyway. So there's Garden. We did not get the epiphany we wanted for OIC. That's unfortunate. At the end of the turn, fixed damage equal to 50% of the shield owned to the lowest HP. 186 to weaken. Let's grab that for now. We can re-epiphany that later. Wow, these are all awful. Definitely don't care about the card. Losing health to gain credits is not worth it at all, so we'll just grab an item. It's whatever. If nobody... Damage is damage. For right now, I don't care. I just don't care. Of charge. When the monster action count decreases by 2, gain shield. Ugh.
戦う準備はできているよ。
捕まったりしない。一緒に絵本を読もう。どうしよう。私が防ぎます。
That's kind of funny.
何をなら誰も怪我させない。
Well, now they're definitely not doing any damage this turn.
どいてください。艦長、さすがです。
Okay.
戦う準備はできているよ。やっ
So then I says, I don't trust tears. They're always up to something.
That would be this button. Of course it doesn't work because I didn't reset it. Anyway, it's a raid! Welcome, Raiders. My name is Celadon Reese, the owner-operator of the Neon City Arcade, where we like to hang out, have fun, and play games. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello, Hitsuji. How are you doing? What were you doing? Hope you had a good run, good stream, all of that nonsense. Oh, we love it over here. This game is super fun. Nothing but love for this game. Goblin Vike the Thief Tycoon. XD? Yeah, no, good shit. It's so dumb and I love it. Bro, Kami. Thank you for giving a gift sub to Hitsuji. Take the emote, spread the love, have a wonderful time. Yeah, I don't... Burn the shield, I guess. Adorable daughter and all of her nature friends. Can we... That doesn't mean anything. That's just more shield? But that means, okay, yeah, no, it's not worth it right now. But it's fine.
私がやります。
If we do
悪い狼
Once upon a
さん
time
日本は山。
hunger
足りない
shackles,
私に力を貸して
mealtime is free.
全部飲み込み
Eat.
私が
Defense,
後ろに下がって
hold,
誰も怪我させない。
Fernando.
私がやります。どうし私が防ぎます。
The other one's just, it's there, but it's not. That's very strange.
戦う準備はできている
Huh? Oh, that's a bug. Okay. Sure. I guess.
私が行きます。行きます。
Moshi mosh.
どいてください。
Invisible man. Why are you invisible? Alright. That was wild. That was wild. Just disappeared. Said, nope, I'm good. Don't worry about me. Hee hee. Ew. These are all awful. 250% defense based damage. When a target with an action count of 1 is present to counterattack. That's kind of stupid, but it's fine. It's whatever. Blech. Okay, bye. I mean, Titan combat suit's a good starting armor. And now we just unknowns forever. I mean, this is the ring, so I really don't have a reason for it. Do I care about any of these? I guess assault gauntlets? I'll take the assault gauntlets. I really don't need the ring. Because that means that she'll start with counterattack 3, which is perfectly fine. What do we get? Bone. Ew. Whatever. A weapon is a weapon. It gives a Lux engraving. It's kind of funny. It's useless, but whatever. I've never seen this one before. Get a card, pay 40, convert into Iron Wall, decrease 20% health, convert into Iron Wall, increase stress. Fine, I'll just beat your ass. I really don't care about that.
どうしよ
Wolf's Dome. 2 counterattack, 1 resolve. We're not keeping Wolf's Dome, so it really doesn't matter what we get. So I guess just getting the initiation on it is fine. Protect us, shackles.
私に力を貸して
う。私が行きます。
We have 5 stacks of counterattack right now,
どいてくれますか。
so we'll just gain shield. Like, it doesn't matter. Either one wasn't gonna do anything because he wasn't gonna attack that turn.
何をする
私が行きます。
This is also not an attack, so it really doesn't matter.
日本は山。
戦う守ってエリシオン
私がやります。
何をすればいいんだ
Shockwave.
捕ま
garden,
ここではみんな
which is free.
幸せに暮らしましたとさ。
It's so cute.
どうしよう。
Blitz
行きます。
mealtime.
全部飲み込む
私が
Free
行きます。
kick. I don't have anything that's. I mean, I guess this is fine.
政治演出始めません。
There wasn't anything to draw, but it's fine.
私がやります。
私に力を貸す
Okay. Sure. Because counterattack is considered extra damage.
どうしよう。私が防ぎます。私がやります。
何をすればいいの戦うは
Hmm. Eh.
私がやります。悪い狼さん倒そう。
Oh dear. Protect us. Draw one if it's a blessing. Draw one.
友達を守って。
Damn, we actually got one. That's crazy. We take those.
何をさ
Ah, there's domain.
戦
I was wondering when that would show up.
潰してあげる
私が行きます。どいてくれますか。
何を私に力を貸して
さっきのあれすごかったよ。
Good enough. There's so much shield gain in this crew. It's crazy. Bottomless. While I'm not a fan of the gain 1 resolve, the gain 1 AP is actually really funny. I want to take this, but gaining the 1 AP is kind of hilarious for Narja. Wow, diorama. So I don't need this. We're fine where we are. Echoes of the Past ×2. Epiphany is selected. Or just straight up take an RFS 17 with an Umbra engraving that says, if a card of this unit was discarded, 100% damage to the next attack card of this unit that's manually used once per turn. Wild. Do I even care about that? I don't think so, because she doesn't. I mean, I guess Doggy, but like, we still haven't even epiphanied that card into the deck. So like, it doesn't even matter. Who still needs epiphanies? Narja, obviously. Maribel. Yeah, all I have is Once Upon a Time, Protect Us, and Garden of Secrets. I still haven't gotten like her other, like 2 of her other cards yet, which is crazy to think about. What in the world is going on? Echoes of the Past isn't... I don't really care. I really don't care. Once Upon a Time, we want Once Upon a Time 1, apply Blessing to 3 random cards in draw pile and then draw 1 instead of 2. Damn. Right in the slap. When a card is created, apply Blessing 5 times, return 1 morale, 1 result. That's awful. That's awful. This is crazy. We're getting all of the epiphanies we need We're just not getting any duplications, and we're not getting, like, we haven't gotten truth behind a story, which is also super crazy. But, like, what are you gonna do, I guess? We want to get rid of... Get rid of shelter kick for now. We can start kind of working towards... I mean, Cursed Doll... We don't have anything for Cursed Doll to be useful. Alright, well, no sweat. Let's go here. What is this one? Vocal cord donation? Yikes. Roll a 7, gain credits, remove a card. Yeah, we'll get one word. It removes a card, which is fine. Because that'll allow us to get rid of... What are we getting rid of? We'll get rid of shelter. Well, let's get rid of shelter hold because it's expensive. Well, since our other basic, we don't really need those yet. Well, yeah, we don't need those anymore. Finally getting a chance to thin out a little bit of Maribel's deck now, which is nice. Oh, it's Mace Bro. 2 Mace of Grudges. Actually, don't remember which Mace that is. There's voluntary control. Well, that's fine. Bottomless hunger. Discard. Okay, this is the discard one. This one isn't nearly as terrible. Dome. Persona. Let's burn him a little. Okay. That wasn't as terrible as it could have been. Garden. Because reasons. Oh, I see. Shackles? Even if you do attack, you're not doing enough damage to actually get through my shield, so it really doesn't matter. And I can just do this to get rid of all of the cards in the hand. I don't know what this... I feel like this is a weird bug. I'm not entirely sure why it does that, but like, it is whatever. Sure, buddy. It's not enough. Ooh. Well, we'll meal time. It's fine. Defense. That breaks. Nom 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 nom. Eat. More shield, more heal. And we're done here. Ooh, wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. So this part will never happen when the target count of the attack is of the attack card is 2 or more. It reduces damage, but because of the fact that none of the cards that we have that are manually attackers, like the manual attack cards, do multi-target damage, it's just gonna be flat 40% damage to all attack cards. So I'm okay with actually getting key of sleep here. Like, it means that I don't get to remove a card, but I'm more than happy to not, so that I can actually get the item, like actually get the weapon I wanted for her. That's kind of a big deal. And we got it right before the boss, which is actually kind of dope. How do I want to do this? 6 stacks of counterattack, 1 blitz, 1 wolf's dome, 2 crystallization. It's enough shield to not take any damage, which is fine. That is so much shield, bro. I can honestly say that I don't think I've actually seen that much shield with this like with Maribel before. That's a lot of shield. Magda, sure, but not with Maribel. That was crazy. Imagine if this had come up earlier, brother. Plus the fact that she's almost hitting 1,000 damage on just a straight up counterattack is kind of insane. Sure. We get anything good on this? Increase tenacity damage of this card by 100%? That's kind of funny. Unravaged 3 veracity for 2 turns, 100% defense-based damage taken by the target. Yo, yeah, that's what we want. Because basically everybody in this team is defense-based damage, so like, thanks. We take those. And that pops him over into phase 2. Yes, there it is. Hunger, protect us, echoes. Oh, I see. Shackles, mealtime. Shelter. Never didn't have it. Look at that, 1,000 damage crit for Maribel. What is this game? Safety team! A shield gets tired too. That's an achievement I've never seen before. We want multiple copies of Protect Us. So far, so good. When using duplicated cards, all enemies' action count doesn't increase for 1 turn per battle, once per battle. What do I even have an accessory in her accessory slot yet? No, I don't. I mean, it's an okay, it gives defense accessory. For now. I guess we'll give it to Maribel. I think that's the safer place for it. Good enough. For each AP used, gain 1 morale for 1 turn. At the start of the turn, if current health is below 50%, gain an action point. Each time upon defeating a monster for the first turn, gain an action point, draw a card. These are all poopy, but Envy's the best. If we go up, we have a shop. We only have 71 credits, though, so we're not going to be able to do a removal. Because I think it's at 120. Norris Pins, have a good time. Tell Kino I said hi. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lot of shops. One, go here, shop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically 6 if we go that way. If we go down. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5 is probably our optimal route here because it still gives us access to this shop down here rather than having one here, which we're probably not going to be able to buy. Get the actual removal. If we wait one more combat and go to this one, we'll have it. We should have enough to actually get the removal. We'll be close to being able to get the removal at least. So yeah, I think that's the way to go here. We shall see. We shall see. Domain. Once upon a time. Maintenance free. I won't say no. Protect us. Shelter isn't really a card we care about. We'll just take the free one, I guess. Oh, I see. No damage, Fernando. That was a massive crit. Good lord. Shackles. Flits. He's shielding up, so it doesn't really matter. Protect us. Secrets. Small, tiny child. Here to heal us in tiny child land. Bonk. No damage. Get crystallized, nerd. Ew. Actually, I haven't seen this one before. Apply a graving to selected equipment, spark an epiphany to a random card, or get 160 credits. I feel like I don't... Yeah, all of her stuff is epiphanied. All of her stuff is epiphanied, except for her persona. And we don't have an epiphany on shackles or voluntary control. I think it's better to just get the money here, because that'll give us the removal we need once for Maribel when we get down to the shop after this next fight. Meatball and Larry. No, it's just Gary. What are you doing, Gary? Ow. Gary, dude, come on, you know better than that. Really not a lot of... Welcome back, George. Secret garden. This is like no damage. Oh, I see. Voluntary control. Look how much shield I get on this turn. We're gonna have 501, and it doesn't matter because he's just gonna shield up. But we're gonna retain 125 shield at the end of that turn. Crazy. Did we finally get our create card? Are you kidding me? It took us until now to finally get Friends from Fairy Tales to show up. Oh my god. Ah! We're already in the back half. We just started the back half of this run, and we finally got Friends from Fairy Tales to show up. That's wild. Maribel, no Cassius, OTK guide. That's crazy. What's he using for his... Oh, yeah, okay. No, some of that makes a lot of sense in terms of items. Yeah, Lab Zero stuff also makes a lot of sense with a mirror. Yeah, part of the build that I had previously, like the other save data I have has the Chimera Knight and the emblem. I didn't get the wings. And it was like a pure dog build. So it's like a pure doggy build. It's the one that actually has doggy doing... it's doggy pack. So each one of them are like linked versions of doggy. And she does a lot of damage already. So like I kind of followed some of what Cosmic had for the Adelheid build, but this is definitely a different build than what he's showing. Which again, not terrible. Look at this, 782. Domain of Veracity. Yeah, buddy, you're not doing any damage to me. Once upon a time. Shelter defense. Mealtime. Eat. It's an older build, but it's the Shatter Strike build he was developing. Yeah, I've kind of got something that's kind of close to it, but I need more copies of Shelter Strike, obviously. But Maribel's kind of still in a kind of a jinky. Oh god, the chains showed up. I don't have enough to get both the removal and the chains. Shit. I need 20. I need 20 more. I need 20 more credits to get both of them. Also a cube? Who am I building right now? Adelheid? Yeah. I'm mostly focusing on Adelheid. Because I was able to get her key, and if I replace the armor from the Titan combat suit, it's probably fine. If we just grab the chains. Yeah, I don't really care about the cube because the cube would go on Maribel, and Maribel's got Bloody Pendant right now, which I think we're gonna go with chains. I think getting chains is better right now because I'm definitely building her specifically. So I was 4 short. I was 4 credits short from being able to do a removal also. Shame that. Is what it is. It is what it is. So we're gonna go forward. We're gonna go forward here. Spark an Epiphany. Select and remove a card. Increase max health by 15%, but increase stress by 5. We're just gonna remove a card. Might as well. I'm gonna hang on to Friends with Fairy Tales. I actually like this card because it gives us an additional free Teddy, which is kind of nice. But yeah, that's what it is. I wouldn't even arm the other. I would break down the items and get the credits for Adelheid, but I also have the Chaos upgrades max, so that helps me survive runs like that. Yeah, I can't do that yet. I'm not anywhere close to maxed out. But this gives me the chance to remove the card I was going to try to remove at the shop, which is fine. Yeah, I am unfortunately not as set. Hey, it's Meatball. Hey, it's going, buddy. All right. There we go. It wasn't showing it. Yeah, I mean, just time spent, really. It's just time spent. I don't have a lot on this account right now. I've been so wholly focused on my alt account for a while that like this account is kind of fallen apart. All right, let's see what did we get. The free Teddy upgrade. Create a doggy, plus 20% damage amount to doggy for every blessing card in possession. Max 15 cards. Reduce cost of this card by 1. Create 1 Teddy when damage is taken. Move Teddy to hand once per turn. Yeah, okay. This one actually seems... I kind of want to take the one in the middle. It kind of goes against everything else that I have in the deck right now, but like it's kind of funny. Like random boosted damage from dogs because blessings, all of which there are a ton of already. There's like 6 or 7 now. Based on like other card draw effects. I kind of want to do it just for the meme. Plus it's free. I don't know, man. Are you doing a full shielding deck? Yeah, I am. Yeah, I think the Teddy is still the right choice. This is just a really funny, I've never seen it before, Epiphany, because it's a free version of getting the doggy version, which is funny. But I don't want to have to spend orbs, so we're just going to make Teddy. It's just funny to me. Hello? There we go. No! Eat it! The pizza, He-Man. Eat it. Yeah, for sure. That would have been hilarious for a doggy build. Commanding? Each turn a monster is hit. Additionally, decrease action of all monsters by 1, max 3. Bruh.
捕まお祭りが始まった悪いこれは私がやります一瞬で潰して漂流剥がれた
I'm just trying to burn his shield down a little bit. Not that that really helped any, because he's just gonna get more.
捕まったりしない
Hold on. What card am I missing from Adelheid's deck? That's gonna epiphany. Oh god, I'm still missing a card from her deck. Help! How am I still missing a card? Oh, brother. Okay. Okay, I guess. Fine.
友達を守って
Truth behind a story. It finally took us this long to get this card to show up. Crazy. Book. Uncle Don. Crazy. It took us almost to the second checkpoint before we finally got book smack. Craziness.
幸せに暮らしましたとさ捕ま友達を守って一緒に絵本を読もう
Yeah, you're not doing any damage. No damage. Ugh. It linked echoes to mealtime.
私が生きどいてくれますか私が防ぎます
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Fine. Holy crap, we finally got it. %30 damage amount for each luck. Yeah, but we have a bunch of boosted lucks. She has a lot of lucks anyway, so boosted damage with shockwave. Damn, we actually got the persona. Now if we can get the engravings for the persona, we'd be set. I'll tell you what. All right, hold on. I gotta look at the rest of this. That's all I wanted. So if we go forward, we've got 1. Then we go up, that's 2. We go down, that's 3. If we go down, that's an elite with persona. So that's another engraving. There's 1 more engraving if we go down versus if we go forward. And even then, we're probably only gonna get 1 because we're gonna hit this, and then we're gonna go up to get that unknown. So we're going to miss out on this one entirely. So the only way we're going to get a second engraving, or a chance at getting at least 2 engravings for Adelheid's persona card, which took us to this point to get, we have to fight this elite. So of course it's fingies. Of course it's fingies.
私がやりますお祭りが始まるこれは本が
Sure, buddy. Whatever you say.
どいてくれますか友達を守ってそこではみんな幸せに暮らしましたとさ
He did his thing, didn't he? He added a bunch of anxieties to the deck. Okay. Burn the echoes.
捕まったりしない
Draw.
妖精さんたちが手伝って
We got an
くれ
attack
る
cards. We got morale, but it doesn't really matter. I kind of came a little too late. But we can do some extra damage.
絶望は口を開ける
Those counterattacks don't trigger him go slappy.
私がやります。私が行きます。どいてください。
戦う無駄なこと守ってエルシオ。
Wait, what? Oh, Teddy.
これは
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Danger.
どいてください。私がやります。捕ま友達を守って。
Ow.
悪いこれはお父さんクマなの。
There's so many anxiety cards. Help.
私が防ぎます。私が行きます。私が防ぎます。
作戦指揮を開始いたします。
Narja is about to break. That's bad. Can you kill him?
私が防ぎます。
Yes, good. That was really spooky. I don't have any way of re-rolling. Unfortunately, I don't have any way of re-rolling engravings, but we're looking for apply haste plus 15% damage to attack cards for 1 turn for each Lux engraving. All right. Well, we'll see what we get. 1 residence for each Umbra engraving. You? Hard pass. Thanks. I guess we'll give that to I mean, defense is defense. We'll give it to Narja. It's better than 0. Checkpoint item. Please don't give me something shitty. A quantum. Whoa, wait a minute. When 5 or more cards have been created through an ability by allies, 30% damage to extra attacks of this unit for a turn, once per turn. This is awful. But we're giving it to Narja because she doesn't have an accessory and reasons. Health is health. We don't say no. It's kind of a poopy item. All right, moving forward. Theater of Illusions. We're getting all the ones we definitely haven't seen in a while. Listen to the hymn, increase stress, and repeat event. Nope, I'm good. Push the cultist away or get credits. Do I care about credits right now? Am I in a position where I need credits? I don't think so. I needed the stress reduce. I needed it. Narja's so close to going over, and I really can't afford that with like 2 back-to-back fights coming up. Especially since it's passion. Oh, this is not as bad as it could have been, but it's still bad. Petty, Fool's Den, Bottomless Hunger. Less than an attack, it's fine. I'm in danger. Maribel didn't have. They took it. That's super fucking unfortunate. We have no fucking shield because he attacked before I could resolute. That's unfortunate. Danger. Danger, danger. Alright, we got mealtime, which heals, which is good. We needed that. Domain kills. Once upon a time. Book to the face. Uncle Don. Damn. Well.
やめて。
私がやります。もっと大きい攻撃が来る。避けて。幸せに暮らしましたとさ。私が生きどいてくれますか？捕まったりし。どいてください。友達を守って。
Not allowed. Damn. 3 cards, 3 chances. First 2 didn't happen.
私がやります。
諦めないよ。
Wild.
何をまだ。
これは。
I have so much AP this turn. Good lord. Sure, okay, whatever.
戦う守ってエルシオン。作戦指揮を開始いたします。
I should save her one for the boss. Oh, come on. If Veracity Spheres then 6 gain 9, if 6 or more gain 3. Or do we just do the 6-2 with morale 2? Yeah, 6-2 with morale 2 is never bad. Alright. We lucked out. It could have been worse, but somehow we managed. These guys are going to be obnoxious, though. Weathered at the start of the turn, 2 fortitude, and on action decrease fortitude by 2 times 2. Oh, no, this is of accumulation. When the monster's action account decreases by 2, 1 morale per turn. All right, well, that's a thing. Sure. Sure. Ow. Book slap. Oh, yeah. I didn't get the one I wanted, so we'll take that one instead. Neither of them are gonna break. Yeah, we have to blitz. I just don't want to take damage. You protect us because that gives us that involuntary, I guess. Sure, that's fine. Good enough. Like, it's funny because it's trying, but it's not getting anywhere. Anyway. Team. Okay. I mean, I would. Yeah, that's fine. Five Lux engravings, just extra damage, adds shockwave, slaps like a truck. It's fine. It's fine. Ew, painting. Do I even care about any of the painting cards? I really don't. I'll just take the stress and get out of here. I don't care. None of the painting cards matter. Well, her persona's not going to have any engravings, unfortunately, but there's not much we can do about that. Let me look at cards, though. How are we looking? Like, it's not terrible. If we can get a third Protect Us, I think we'll be in a good spot. Like, obviously, we don't have, like, the optimal build here because we didn't get a chance to get a second copy of Once Upon a Time. I'm kind of digging the Truth Behind a Story buff that we got, so, like, I'm okay with that. I haven't used any painting cards yet. I don't really need them. No, the only painting card that matters is Dreamworld, and you get that from the beginning of a run. None of the other painting cards are good. They're all kind of garbage, honestly. But yeah, like, if we'd have gotten a chance to get a second Once Upon a Time, I think we would have been pretty set. But obviously, when we go to... Hopefully... when we beat boss, we'll get a third Protect Us, which will pretty much be the does. But we didn't get any engravings on the persona, which is unfortunate. But, like, what can you do? Do we need to re-epiphany any of these, though? I don't think so. I guess technically the Friends from Fairy Tales can get deleted because we don't actually use it in the deck build that we're going for. But, like, having it means that we get extra shields, which is, like, whatever. It's perfectly fine. What about Maribel? Do we actually want to rebuild any Maribel stuff? Probably not. I actually don't think I care about re-epiphanying anything in those decks. The only deck we really care about is Adelheid, so... Like, baseline, did we get anything good here? No. I really need to get her... She doesn't have anything in that slot. Maybe we get something here? No. We didn't get... We didn't get nothing. And the likelihood of getting anything from the boss as far as a mythic is going to be the dice, and I'm really not interested in the dice, honestly. That's insane. Damn. Tetrahedron would have been nice, but didn't get there in time. So it is what it is. Obviously, we still have like one more unknown and then the final shop, so we could have probably found one more, but... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, that's armor. When an ally linked card. Yeah, that's what you... Wait, though, but it gives us the dupe. Oh! Hold on. Wait. So, if we take the Protect Us here, that means we can do the Once Upon a Time on the boss kill and actually have the 3 and the 2. Ask and you shall receive. Holy shit. That's crazy. I can't believe we actually got it at the end of it. Wild. Now if we could just get... Yeah, we can't afford it because there's nothing there. Shame that. We can't even get any of them because they're 120. I guess we're just getting a cube. I guess we're just taking a cube. I guess we're just taking a cube. It's the best thing to get her something. That's what we're doing. We're taking the cheap cube. Adorable bean. All right, let's go see how we deal with
強力な個体を
Ghouls.
確認
ghoul golems. 4 turns, so we're just gonna lead with
捕まったりしない。
私が行きます
Persona into Dome
私が
Shelter.
やります私が行きます
どいてくれますか。
Defense.
無駄なこと
And then hit him with the book. That doesn't kill, because Mealtime's not in the graveyard, it doesn't matter.
どいてください。
Okay.
私がやります。
Secrets.
ではみんな幸せに暮らしましたとさ。
Protect us.
友達を守って。
戦う準備はできた
Oh, it wasn't enough.
私が行きます
We just kill it, it's not a big deal. So we just let it go.
どいてください。私がやります。
Burn the echoes. Once upon a time.
本は山。
Into a voluntary
戦う
control.
準備はできているよ何をすればいいの
2 turns, 100% damage increased.
潰してあげる
I have 3. That's 79. Okay. Burn laser. Okay. We didn't get to keep a shelter strike. We got 2 copies of anxiety. Burn anxiety. Burn anxiety. Echoes. Protect us.
友達を守って。
Protect us.
友達を守って。
Hunger.
足りない
Create that, which burns that Teddy.
これはお父さん。
Protect us.
友達を守って。
Book.
本が
Persona.
私のお願い聞いて。
Mealtime.
全部飲む
I want to get it so that we're getting him under 5k when I use that. Mealtime's in the graveyard, right? Actually, it's probably a good time as any to use it because that gives us 10 stacks of perdition.
絶望は口を開ける
So next turn's damage is going to be increased quite dramatically.
私たちに有利
I'm okay with that.
すごいね。
Yeah. That was worth it. That was worth it.
何をすればいいの
Voluntary gets the bonus because we had 14 stacks. Need more shield though.
私が防ぎます。
All right. Shelter strike. I mean,
どうぞ受け取ってください。
that was a good crit.
私が行きます。
That was a really good crit.
戦う
Hey yo! Hey yo! Get fucked, buddy! That was God. Ah, nah, never didn't have it. Never didn't have it. And then this gives us the ability to craft a second copy of Once Upon a Time. And we got a weapon and a doll when attacked. Randomly apply 1 vulnerable or weaken to the attacker once per turn. Wait, hold on. It's kind of funny. I don't think it matters because, like, I mean, I could put it on Maribel and it's not a huge issue because we have no status element or curse cards in hand. So this is kind of pointless, but this is kind of funny because it's on attack once per turn. She just does a thing. Actually, hold on. How many Lux engravings does she have? 1, 2, 3. She had 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. It says 5. Did they finally count it so that the initial one counts for itself now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why. It's because this is counting as an additional. So that's giving her 5. So if I take this as her armor, instead of having increase the action count, she has 6, so it just does more. I mean, it doesn't matter. I just think it's funny. So now she has 6 Lux engravings coming into her save data. Damn, that's actually kind of hilarious. The cards are poopy, but the 6 Lux engravings is hilarious. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Damn. I didn't feel threatened that entire run. I'll be 100% honest. I didn't feel threatened that entire run. That shield gain build is kind of dumb, not gonna lie. Did we crack 6K? Or 60? Did we crack 70? Hey, K almost. 69K. Nice. Nice. Almost a 50K Maribel, and the deck's kind of poopy. I mean, we didn't get like the best options for her, but like it was good for the run. This is kind of insane though. Did we get all the cards? We did. We got all of the cards. It's 120 at 140, I think was the max. And we still had 2 removals left. We still had 2 removals. We had all 3 of our copies. Yep, 1, 2, 3. We had all 3 of our copies, and we still had 2 removals left, which is insane. Like, we could have removed the friends from Fairy Tales, and it would have been kind of perfect, but I feel like having this, giving us the ability to add an additional Teddy to just do additional shield as like a back end, and then having this that increases the amount of shield that it does by a turn every time you use a Teddy, I think it worked out pretty good. Like I really like the way this turned out, honestly. We'll edit that. No, I clicked X. The fuck do you mean dismantling? Get the fuck out of here, Jimmy. Brother. Game's trying to delete my best save for her ever. Get out of here. Chief, you might want to explain why you're on top of the bunk bed. Comfy blankie, sir. Crazy. Yeah, this is where we have like none of these because I just haven't run anything recently. Yeah, I still need to get defense code deletion, high density information extraction, and I really don't care about threat removal because like I just don't do Synectus runs. Like that's not a huge issue. Probably need to upgrade depth scan. We need to get the last. Actually, I could just get it now. I'm just gonna get the 2 rerolls on restock.
So then I says, I don't trust
God.
Sears. They're always up to something.
It's another raid.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, yes, me taking your hyper mind. Someday, holiday, every day, let's have it a Sunday time.
FBI, thank you so much for the raid. Hello, everybody. My name is Celadon Reese, the owner-operator of the Neon City Arcade, where you play games, hang out, and have fun. How was your stream? What did you do? Luna Abyss. Ooh, fancy. That's a good one. I don't know a ton about that, but I've heard good things. How is it? Are you enjoying it so far? I know I'm not a huge horror person like you, but I've heard good things, at least. Good. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I hope you had a good stream. I hope you had a good time. We are still working on a little bit of Chaos Zero Nightmare. We just finished it, finished it, brother. We just finished a run. I can't talk today. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Was I doing? Was I getting this first? Add an additional foot market. The order occurs at the defaced inscription. Wanted to max that out first. That way we could actually get refreshes on engravings, because that was like the one thing we didn't have was engraving refreshes, which is obnoxious. So now we have an attack. We have an attack deck with big angry decks and doggy pile. And now we have a defensive deck. So we have an attack deck and a defense deck. It's pretty much everything I wanted for her. We're doing pretty good. It's not really scary other than the art being pretty weird. You know what? That's fair. I can see that being a thing. Yeah, so this is the attack deck that I built. So it's got 3 copies of Truth Behind a Story that does additional damage, and then has a random ally perform a coordinated attack. And then the Friends from Fairy Tales automatically creates 4 copies of Doggy Pack, which basically is a linked attack card that does 208% defense-based damage, and then increases the amount of damage by 50% for each linked copy of Doggy before it activates, which is a lot of damage and can crit a lot. It's actually really fun. But yeah, it's a fun one. Gonna lurk while I grab a second shower. Sure thing, no worries. But then we just finished this deck, which is our defense deck. We got 2 copies of Once Upon a Time, 3 copies of Protect Us, our Teddy creation on Friends from Fairy Tales, Truth Behind a Story, which gives us additional shield gain, and then of course our Garden of Secrets and the Persona that allows us to draw a card and gain 2 morale when it's an attack card. I have no idea how good this is gonna do. Let's equip it really quick just so we have it equipped. I want to see. The question is who are we actually gonna can we? I don't even know if we can Nebula this guy or not. Can we Nebula Cruelborn on 3? Like, I guess we'll try. It's worth a shot. Let's just see what we can manage. So we're gonna grab Adelheid, we're gonna grab Maribel, and we're gonna grab, it says Narja. I don't know which Narja deck I could use, though. Do I even have a good Narja deck? I don't think so. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a good Season 3 Narja deck. Like, to be completely honest, this deck is garbage. This is the one we just made. I guess it's okay. We'll give it a shot. I don't particularly think it's gonna be super good, but it's worth a shot, I suppose. And of course, we just made a Maribel deck that I'm not super keen on. Hold on, do I have a better character for this? I don't know if I have somebody that's gonna do... Do I just hide a Marie? I might have to hide a Marie here. I think we have to hide a Marie because I don't really have... We'll see what happens. I make no promises that this is going to work out good, but we're just going to see what it does. We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a try. Ooh, geez. That's actually kind of interesting. How much? 5 turns? All right. 1. Protect us. Compression. Mark 2. Sword Rain. Shockwave. Effulgent. That's fine. Effulgent. Turn Endo? That hurts a lot. Cease. Desist. Protect us. Sword Rain, Effulgent release?
準備はいいですね。
Actually, wait. I think we go. Defense to heal.
エルシオ
Sword
負け
rain.
ます遅すぎた後悔よ
How much? Oh, we're not actually taking any damage this
り
turn.
遅すぎた後悔より前へ進む力負けません
This has unique. Yeah, we have to burn it this turn.
負けます小さな光を最大限に集めて
That's unfortunate.
鋭く華麗に
Effulgent blade because that one's free. Effulgent blade because that one's free. Turn endo. Once upon a time. Once upon a time. Ew.
戦う準備はできて
I don't like any of this, and I need shield because he's gonna hit real hard. Let's put protect us and mealtime in hand. We'll use protect us. Garden, because now we can start our shield retain and rotation. And now we're definitely not taking any damage this turn. Um,
皆さん準備はいいですね負けません
expansion,
遅すぎた後悔より皆さん
hero.
容赦しません
Not a fan of that. That was unfortunate because it burnt out thread, and we probably needed to do the damage that turn. Because this turn he's gonna fury and just do a shit ton more damage. I don't want to deal with. Bottomless hunger. Sword rain.
遅すぎた後悔よ
Control.
り果てしない苦痛
捕まったりし
Once upon a time.
一緒に日本は山
Effulgent.
皆さん
Effulgent.
大きい攻撃が来る
Mealtime.
全部の
Persona.
妖精さんたちが手伝ってくれる
Persona of Luster. We're surviving on fumes. I'll be 100% honest here.
捕まったり
Protect us.
友達を守って
Protect us.
友達を守って
Thread.
負けません
Yeah, thread.
皆さん
That'll put him into second tier. That'll put him into... Yeah, that puts him into phase 2. So he's doing less damage. And we're gonna do Once Upon a Time.
一緒に日本は山
Okay, that's fine, I guess.
負けません
These are both duplicated, but don't have Quietus.
戦う
This is
準備はできてい
unique,
る
but isn't gonna do anything, so I think we're fine here. Okay. It was certainly a turn. 3 turns. Or 3 actions. Protect us to draw a card. Sword Rain.
遅すぎた後悔より前へ進ませ
Effulgent.
ません 皆さん準備はいいですね
We use the blades. And then
小
release.
さな光を最大限に集め
This should do a lot of damage.
鋭く華麗に
Yeah, 3700 is pretty good. We are in not surviving this attack mode, though. He gets to hit like a truck this turn. However,
死は怖くない
if this crits, we might be able to kill him.
立ち向かうんです
It didn't crit. Shame that. Well, that is unfortunately the run, because he will kill us this turn. He does too much damage and we had no shield. Or not enough shield to protect from the damage, so shame that. I need a little bit more healing. I wonder if I could get a Mika that could help with that. I think it's doable. 13% is, I think, the furthest I've gotten, so it's not terrible, but once again, not entirely built for who we were using it with. I need to get a slightly better Maribel deck for that, I think. I need to look at something before I forget. Let me check something really quick here, because I'm pretty sure the mission is... Oh yeah, it's great. It's Great Rift, and I don't have Great Rift unlocked right now, which is probably okay. I'm not super stressed on that, but we'll get there eventually. Let's just doing storyline stuff and then doing the Great Rift for whatever. Let me think about this for a second. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'll get a chance to do that later. Let me actually go buy this before I forget. So we go back here. We go to wife. E5. I'm one off of E6 Yuki. I'm so close. I really can't wait to get E6 Yuki. Especially with her third round of buffs coming in the next patch. Holy shit. Woo! My wife. I'm so excited for her to not suck. She'll actually be my first 5-star that I'll have at 6 if I can get the Len. That'll be nice. That'll be nice. And then we can start working on Yuki. Or, sorry, we can start working on Rin. What did I get? What is this? Oh, that's another. I got Revelations of Futility on her? That's crazy. What? I don't even remember getting this deck. That's crazy. I'm so kind of... I'm just upset that the fact that she needs to be at E6 to even be a remarkable character is like, she needs love. I think Ren needs a lot of love, honestly. What are her E's anyway? Garden of Secrets, decrease cost by 1 and add 100% shield gain. Oh, wow. Yeah, E1 actually seems really good. Gain the Bliss of Dreams effect for each blessing Adelheid applies or creates. Gain the Bliss of Dreams effect for each blessing card in possession at the start of battle. Bliss of Dreams. Increase damage amount of allies by 3%, max 10 stacks. That's also really good. Is E6 Adelheid, like, strong? Like, how good is E6? 200% shield gain to Happy Ending, which is her ult. So it goes up to 500% shield gain. Changes the restriction on the fixed heals equal to shield in possession. Effect 2 cannot exceed 50% of max HP. Wow. Instead of 20 or 30, I think. Yeah. At the start of battle, apply Blessing to any number of cards in hand. When a Blessing upgrade is applied, apply Blessing 1 to random card and draw pile. Wait, are you kidding me? Is for Bliss of Dreams, decrease max stacks by 5 and change the increased damage amount to 8%? At the start of turn, if Bliss of Dreams is 5, draw a blessing. Wait. Is Adelheid E6 better than Heidemaree 6? Like, Heidemaree 6 is kind of interesting because it makes all Effulgent Blades turn them into, like, all attributes, and every time a Crimson Blade is activated, it increases the amount of damage that you do with Crimson Blade. But, like, is And Effulgent Chain is really strong, but like, is E6 Adelheid actually really just that strong? Like, does she really just boost? Wow, how did I not pay attention to that? E6 Adelheid is crazy. What the hell? That's, wow. Yeah, no, I had no idea Adelheid 6 was actually that strong. Any amount, like even an E0 Adelheid is still going to be really strong, but
来てくれた。
I mean, if you can get
艦長は
multiple
完全
copies
な人。
of our daughter, I would never, like, other than E5, which is just our standard stat upgrade, damn, every single one of her manifestations is really strong. Like, I don't think any of her manifestations are bad. Any level is really strong. If you can get multiple copies, do it. Wail for this daughter of ours. Holy shit, she's really good. I had no idea. Haida Marie is a beast. Yeah, I don't think any of her manifestations are bad. She's really good. I had no idea. Crazy. Our beast of a daughter just chilling in the background. Absolutely handling everything. Gain 500 shield with a single use of a card. Oh, yeah. Like I said, I've never seen that achievement before. It's also a gold achievement, which makes a lot of sense as to why I've never seen it before. Damn. Adelheid out here actually just doing the thing. There we go. We got all of our cops. Here's your book, my daughter. Hugs. 600 credits. More currency. What am I at right now? 57k? Yeah, we're good for Tenebria and her partner for sure. More than ready for next week. Yo, no, I had no idea. I hadn't actually looked at her manifestations that much. But now that I've kind of gotten a chance to kind of like look at her cards, look at her save data, look at her potentials, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, I was mentioning it earlier before you had to step away for a minute, but we have 2 save datas now. So we've got this is our defense deck that we were able to build. I think it turned out pretty decent. We have 2 copies of Once Upon a Time, 3 copies to Protect Us. We have the Friends from Fairy Tales that boosts, that creates a Teddy that can be retrieved once a turn. We have the Truth Behind a Story that boosts the amount of shield that Teddy gives us. Our Garden Secrets and the Draw 1 Morale 2 if it draws an attack card persona. We were able to get Key of Sleep, which does 40% damage to any attack card, which is great. So long as it's not a multi-attack card, all attack cards just have a flat 40% damage increase, which is good. We were able to get a Chains of Obsession so that anytime an attack card is used, we reduce our HP, but we gain a fixed shield, which, yeah, that's exactly what she wants to do. And then we ended up grabbing an Amorphous Cube because we just really didn't find any other good accessories for her. But all in all, I'd say this is like a 90% solid deck. If there was an item that gives us like a free equipment, that would be cool, but that's not a thing. And then this is the attack deck that I have. So it's a Lab 0 build. So we have the Khmer Knight. So when drawing through an ability, increases the damage of attack cards of this unit by 35% for a turn once per turn, which is something we're already doing with Once Upon a Time and Protect Us, which is really good. Plus, we got the actual versions of Once Upon a Time and Protect Us we wanted, so that's good. We have 3 copies of Truth Behind a Story that allows for additional ally perform coordinated attacks. Our Garden of Secrets for shield and retain. And then, of course, we have the Dog Pack. When drawing through an ability, 40% fixed shield 5 times a turn. And of course, we have a Superconductive Protein, which randomly changes the cost of 1 card in hand to 0 for a turn, which is also super, super handy, just as a good utility item because it was Lab 0. So yeah, so we have our doggy build, we have our Teddy build. I feel like we have 2 really solid builds in general. Obviously, we can't use this in current boss content, but like that's not what this deck was filled for anyway. We still need to get more premium stones so that we can max out her basic card proficiency, and then again so that we can get her adaption for divine epiphanies. I'm currently running her 4-2, but I have the ability to swap her to a 2-2-2 build if I absolutely need to. But this is because, just out of context, 9 exists. Getting the ability for 9 and Yuki and Hidamari and Yuki, not Yuki, Haru, brain, can all just slam with with having Adelheid be 4-2. That also being said, I can make a swap to having her just go 2-2-2 and still be relatively capable. Plus, it'll allow me to actually get her her defense higher, which is important for Void, for when I actually go back and start working on Rin and Chizuru again. So, good stuff. Is there a good full Void build that she could work on? Who would I even do that with? I don't think there's a Void. There's not. I guess Ray. I guess you could do, like, you could do Adelheid. What about Adelheid Chizuru Ray? What do you think of that? I feel like that could be interesting. I like janky decks. What can I say? I think that'd be a really interesting all Void team. Adelheid Chizuru Ray, because then you can use Ray for like boosting and healing. Snack times with, well, would you just do these? Yeah. You just keep her epiphanies. Resonating, snack time, dark condensation, and predator's blade. You would just get rid of the top 4 cards. You wouldn't even use strike because you're not keeping any basics for anybody, period. You would never use strike. So resonating, so what? I'd probably go, we get 1 copy of resonating because it's unique. And then we get what? We go 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 1. And then the snack time epiphany would be exhaust 2. Yeah, actually that would be really good. Adelheid Chizuru Ray, that could potentially work. Yeah, see, like, so here's what I'm thinking. 1 copy of Resonating Darkness because it's unique. So all 1-cost cards, which all of Chizuru's are 1. Oni, Shadow, Tsukiyomi's free. Like all of Chizuru's attacks are 1. So she's already getting the 40% damage boost for all of her like 1 costs. And then at the end of the turn, she just flat out gives you a free 60% heal. Snack time gives us a flat heal, and then we take Epiphany 1 so that we get the exhaust 2. So we have multiple uses of snack time, and I think we do like 3 copies of snack time. So we go 1, 3, 1, 1. And then you have 1 copy of dark condensation that allows us to boost when we need to like do super boost on Shadow Blade. And then Predator's Blade is literally just a damage for morale boost whenever we get a chance to see it come up. Adelheid gives us the ability to draw the cards we need and cycle through the cards so that Predator's Blade can come up quickly. And then like with Chizuru, we're pretty much focusing on Karmic Flames, Tsukiyomi, Bound at Dusk, Shadow of the Moon. Oni Hunt could be okay. Actually, I don't even think we keep Oni Hunt. I think we just go Karmic, Tsukiyomi, Bound, Shadow. And we just nix these 4. and then we just use Adelheid to shield, Ray to heal and buff, and then Shadow of the Moon at 5 bind, and just destroy the man. I don't know that it's going to do a ton of boss damage, but like I think in an overall, I feel like that's a really good build. The question is, I don't know what the copy, like the card amount we would want for the deck is. 1 karmic because it has initiation. So we go 1 3 1 1 1 3 1 1. We do 3 copies of Tsukuyomi so that we just have multiple stacks to just build Shadow of the Moon Plus as quickly as possible. I don't specifically, but I probably should start using it more. I'll DM me the link on Discord and I'll check it out after stream. I'll have to take a look at it and see how the decks work out. I think it could be possible to make that team work though. I'll have to get Ray's leveled. I have to get Ray leveled though. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I'm actually really stoked for Tenebria. Like, do we have Tenebria's card list hasn't come out yet, has it? Do we know? I don't think so. I'll have to look. Season 3. Adelheid, Clara, Tenebria. Do we know anything else other than that she's a Passion Psionic? I don't think we've seen any of her cards yet. Like, her basic stuff on the site hasn't released yet. Unsure, unknown, unknown, unsure, unknown. Yeah, we just have release date and the fact that she's a Passion Psionic and she comes out next week on the 17th. Actually, is next week the 17th? Yeah, next week. Okay, yeah, she comes out next week. Cool, 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 cool. All right, well, we'll have to take a look at the site and we'll do some deck building and get a chance to kind of fiddle around with it and see what's going on. We'll figure it out when we get there. Well, all right then. Well, I feel like we actually got a really solid defense deck with Adelheid tonight. I'm really happy with it, honestly. I think it turned out pretty solid. All right, hoo-ah. Alrighty. So let's wander over to yonder twitch.tv to see who is streaming that we might raid somebody. Let's see who is doing stuff tonight. My poor camera is all jacked up. Is anybody doing anything we want to go raid tonight? Maybe. Possibly. Hold on. Is Yuma actually doing 14? Yeah, that's funny. So, man, I love it when people don't pay attention to what their game is on Twitch. I was looking over at Yuma streaming 14 raid. They're doing E9S. But her game is set up as the first Berserker Kazan. And I'm like, damn, Soul's like looking wild tonight. And they're not even doing E9S. They're doing Cloud of Darkness. They're doing Wings. Brother. That's crazy to me. Crazy. Who else is doing stuff tonight? Oh, you know who is doing stuff that I think would be really fun to raid because we haven't raided them in a super, super, super long time. Our good old friend Frankie. What are they playing tonight? Oh, they're playing Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5 remix. Yeah. That's the way to go. We're gonna go raid Frankie. We haven't raided Frankie in ages. Well, tomorrow's Wednesday, which means we are taking the day off as normal. Thank you guys all so much for hanging out tonight. It was super fun to see everybody. I'm glad you guys all got to hang out and have fun with me tonight and this morning, which was wild, but here we are. Next stream will be again on Thursday as we continue our random yapping session while playing Final Fantasy XIV in the background. And then, of course, on Friday, we will be returning to the world of Wuthering Waves and the Cyberpunk Edge Runners collaboration. I'm actually really excited about that. I can't wait to get Lucy and Becca. I'm super happy about that. That being said, we like to use the dad emote around these parts to let everyone know that dad is proud of them. If you do not currently have a subscription to the channel, that is currently okay. You can spend 100 Zenny or channel points to unlock dad for 24 hours. And then you can use that across all of Twitch to let everyone know that dad is proud of them. As I said before, tomorrow is Wednesday, which means we're going to take the day off, and we'll see you guys again on Thursday. Some more 14 and Yap nonsense as we continue our way through other nonsensical things and such, and bleh, as you do. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of your guys' evening. I'll see you guys again on Thursday. Bye-bye.